What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dizo, and you are watching the ShadeSnSoleS channel. Alright guys, so for today we're going to be doing the real review for the Kyrie 8. Okay, Kyrie 9s, Kyrie 8s, whatever. Alright, that's Nike's drama. I don't really give a damn about that. But anyway, what you say is a real review. Real review is where I tell you guys my experience, my overall impressions of the shoe, and whether this shoe is good for you or not. Again, this is coming from my opinion, my experience, so everybody can have different experiences. I'm just gonna tell you mine, and at the end of the discussion, I'll let you know if this may be good for you or not. Okay, so I know I didn't do an unboxing for this shoe, so before we even get to what we want to talk about, let's talk about the shoe box like I always do for my unboxing. So unfortunately, as a signature line, I don't know why they had to do a move to zero movement. This is such a generic box for Nike to be doing. Well, if you're gonna let somebody go, you know, yeah, cut him short too, even on the damn box, right? So here you go. Here's a box tag, Kyrie 8. It's supposed to be Kyrie 9. It is what it is. I got my true to size, and inside the shoe, like I said, such a generic box right there. So we're done with that box. Time for the real review of the shoe. Okay, so traction, smeared traction, works everywhere. And when I say everywhere, works outdoors, works indoors, okay? And also, when I say everywhere, I'm talking about different conditions of the court. All right, whether it's dusty court, a mildly dusty court, and a very clean court. Trust and believe, this works everywhere, works in every direction, and I've never had a slip on these shoes. What I did get was the same thing I got from the Kyrie 8s and the Kyrie 9s, where I on Kyrie 8, Kyrie 9, and these Kyries, actually tripped and ankle broken myself. Okay, I wasn't ankle broken by who I was guarding. I was ankle broken by myself moving laterally because of the damn grip. That's how good the grip on these shoes are. All right, it takes a little bit of time to get used to, but then once you get used to it, you're golden. Okay, midsole. Now, on the front portion of the shoe, on the tip portion of the forefoot, it has a different encasing rubber. Right here, it's exhibited in a different color. I don't know what rubber this is. From the mid area of the forefoot down towards the heel, they're saying it's React. I don't feel that it's React. It's something harder than React. I'm not even gonna dare tell you guys what it is because I don't know what it is. All right, but then inside the shoe, I don't think, if there is a zoom bag in the back, it probably just a small rectangular one, right? Excuse me, small rectangular one. I'm not saying I don't feel it. I'm not saying I felt it. If there is anything in the back, I'm pretty sure it's just a small zoom bag. But then on the forefoot, for sure, and I can actually feel it immediately in the forefoot, where there's a zoom turbo right there in the forefoot section. And what's better is that the reason why I can feel it is because it's top loaded, and when they say top loaded, that means it's directly under your foot. All right, so it's directly under your foot, and then the rubber is underneath that zoom turbo bag. The cushion on this one, normally I would have an issue if the midfoot, like I'm sitting, you can see the stress lines right there. Like if I'm sitting too high up on the midfoot, I typically have an issue with that because it sits me up too high and it decreases court feel. On this particular shoe, I don't feel that. I don't feel I feel that I'm too high up on the shoe, but then I can still feel as if it's, when I'm playing, I can still feel like it's lower to the ground. No, I'm sorry. I don't feel like I'm lowered to the ground, but I can still have that court feel that I would have wanted if it was lowered to the ground. So the height and where your foot sits on this shoe doesn't translate to the court feel, because you actually have the court feel on this shoe even if you're sitting up high. And I hope I'm making myself clear on that one. Now the cushion department, like I said, cushion on the forefoot area is very good because that Zoom Turbo is sitting right directly underneath your foot. So you have that Zoom Turbo feeling, you have that Zoom Turbo feeling, you have that court feel. That for me is a go already. Regardless of what the rubber is, if I have court feel and if I have cushion, the rubber, the encasing rubber don't even matter to me as long as I get those and as long as I feel those. So that's a go. Now for the upper of the shoe is where it gets interesting. I could see why, or I could see how and why other people might have a problem with them, because look at that. Like it doesn't feel, I would say, natural for a Kyrie. But if you're going out of stiffness of the shoe, I would say stiffness of the upper, I would say the Kyrie 6s were stiffer than this one. Okay, the Kyrie 7s was a little bit looser than the Kyrie 6. Kyrie Infinity was the loosest one. This one is like between the 6 and the 7s. Okay, so when you look at the materials, when you look at it real close, you know there's a mesh underneath, right? But then on the top portion of the mesh is TPU, how do I say it? Covered or outlined. That's why when I scratch it, you guys can hear it. And there's another different type of stitching here, and then still covered up with TPU. So how does that translate? Does it feel comfortable or whatever? So when you're talking about comfortability, you're talking about the inside of the shoe, where I can't really see how the outer portion of the upper is going to affect your comfortability inside, because inside the shoe is actually very comfortable. And when you're talking about the outer material of the upper, the TPU is there to actually make the material durable. So I don't see where the issue is. When you have comfort inside and durability on the outside, wouldn't you want your shoe to last for a long time? And what's great about the upper materials is that sometimes upper materials, when you bend them, it causes hot spots right there or pinches in areas that you don't want. I didn't have that in this shoe. So where people might see there's a problem is actually a positive to me. So everybody's got their own opinion. Yes, I can give you my opinion, but I can also give you the experience, because I've actually played in the shoe. So what their opinion may be cannot cancel what my experience is with the shoe. So that's the upper for me. Over here we have a soft TPU swoosh right there, and then inside that TPU is a laminate. Like you have a laminate portion right there. You guys can see that. It has a heel counter. It's not external, it's actually internal. So you have this portion of the shoe. This one right here, I believe it looks like leather, but it's not. It's actually textile. This overlay right here. And what's interesting is another interesting thing about the shoe is the laces, because you guys can see this strap right here, right? Look at that, this strap right there. It's not a strap, I forgot what it's called, but it's an additional support feature of the shoe to where when you pull this, it pulls that same thing. See, it's all connected, so it makes it tighter. It makes the support greater in those areas. So excuse me, so instead of a Velcro strap, they have these ones for each section of the shoe. Okay, this portion has its own section to where you can tighten it. This portion has its own section to where you can tighten it. Me, I have a high arcing anterior dorsal portion of my shoe, of my foot. I can't really tighten this up that much, but the shoe itself is already snug. So for those people who have the same type of foot that I have, we don't really need to strap this up or tighten this up, because the shoe itself is already snug as it is. All right, now in addition to that, those portions that don't have this one has, I don't know if you guys can remember this, has a dynamic fly wire feature to where the laces right here, the usual portion of the laces, as a fly wire, if you guys can remember, fly wire is like that threading where the laces loops in. You see the other lace right there? It has a support feature to where it's supposed to stretch down towards the shoe. Same with this one. It's gonna have support right there. This portion right here extends all the way there, right? So dynamic fly wire, it just provides even more security, more lockdown to the shoe than it already has without you lacing it, which is crazy. The amount of support and lockdown of the shoe is crazy. What the Kyrie Infinity or the original Kyrie 8 was supposed to be, you guys had issues on the slipping in the back, right? This one, you don't have it. You get the right size, you're all set. I do agree with everybody else when they said they have like a issue of the feeling that you guys are gonna slip out of the shoe. I had that feeling too. It just never happened. But with this one, you're not getting that. You, like I said, the support and lockdown of this shoe is just crazy. So when you think of everything that I just said combined, I said traction works everywhere. Midsole has everything I need when it comes to cushion and when it comes to court feel. Okay, you may sit high up, but you have the cushion and you have the court feel still. And then over supportive and over lockdown of the upper material, despite what other people think that this may be cheap, it doesn't matter to me. As long as the shoe works, the shoe works. And I actually feel like this is one of the best Kyries that's been out, okay? Because to me, it still had everything I need. Now it's unfortunate that they're gonna stop the Kyrie line, and yes, I did pay kind of resale for this, but if for somebody like me who's had the Kyrie once all the way to the Kyrie Infinities, why the hell would I not if I'm a performance guy? And who knows, this may be even like a collectible or a collector's material, because they're just not gonna, Nike's not gonna release it. I don't really care. All right, so enough of that extra talk right there. But in terms of performance, if I've had this shoe since December 18th and I've been playing with it consistently, if you guys follow me on IG, then you know I'm not just saying that just to say it. I actually play with my shoes. For those of you who are true to size, get true to size with the shoe. If you are a narrow footer, get true to size of the shoe. That's if you guys enjoy the feeling of a snug fit. Okay, I want and I like my shoes snug, because in some shoes, not for the Kyrie 9 or Kyrie 8, whatever you call the shoe, not in this shoe in particular, but for shoes that have like specific areas where there's a zoom bag, if you get the wrong size, you're not gonna get the performance that's how you're supposed to feel the performance. So that's why I'm sticking with always true to size, especially with Nike, if they didn't distort the sizing. Okay, but for anybody else who is true to size, narrow foot, I suggest, if you like snug fit, I suggest you guys get true to size. If you don't like a snug fit, go up half a size. For the wide footers, I would want to recommend for you guys to try it, but there's just no way for you guys to try it because I don't believe this is gonna hit retail stores or whatever. And if it does, then by some miracle, okay, it does, then try it. But if it doesn't and you're a wide footer, I wouldn't even risk buying the shoe. All right, that's all I can say. If you guys want when you guys follow me, I don't really do like aesthetic details like the name and all that stuff, the stitching over here and all that stuff. Like, I don't really do that. But if you guys want me to, comment down below, okay? If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to support the channel, do subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any questions, have anything to say about the shoe, comment down below with respect and I'll get back to you. Alright? Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. It's your boy Dizo signing off. Peace out.